Hi, my name is Dr. Erik Nabi, and I'm the chiropractor and business owner of Form+Function Movement Lab, as well as an instructor with System of Strength. Today, I'm proud to offer this workout for Quidwell's Sweat and Support series to help support local trainers and fitness professionals that are unable to produce an income during these challenging times. So if you've been following along and you really appreciate the workouts, please consider offering a donation to help keep these people afloat. And if you're in the same boat as some of us and you're struggling to keep it together yourself, we're just glad to have you and glad that you're able to connect with us. So please enjoy the workout. Now, I chose to do this workout with no music in the background, so you can crank my voice up as high as you want and you can put on whatever tunes you enjoy. This is going to be a body weight workout, so you will not need any equipment. So let's get your music going and let's get working. We're going to start on a hands and knees position, hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. And we're going to start with some scapular controlled articular rotations. So start by slowly pinching your shoulder blades together, allowing your chest to fall towards the floor, and then push the ground away to protract the shoulders and create space between your chest and the floor. Try to make this motion smooth and try to prevent your elbows from bending as you do this. So you don't want to go here, you want to keep those elbows locked, and it's all movement from the shoulder blade, going up and down. This is going to be the first part of our controlled articular rotation, moving the shoulder blade through its entire range of motion. Let's do two more, just like this, all the way down and all the way up. And then we're going to add the second part. So pushing the ground away, we're going to go into shrug, bringing the shoulders towards the ears, and then depression, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Let's go back and forth doing this just like we did with our retraction and protraction. And just feel those upper traps squeezing to pull the shoulders up and those lats pulling the shoulders back down. Good. So the beginning of our workout is going to be a lot of feeling and activation. And as we go through the workout, we're going to do some upper body work and we're going to do some balance work and hinging with our hips. Now that you've got this motion up and down, let's go and do a full square. So we're going to retract the shoulder blades, pinching them together, then shrug while you keep that retraction, push the ground away, and then pull the shoulders down. So we're making points of the square as we go. Let's do this 10 times together, all the way through. Beautiful, nice, easy motion, and try to expand your range of motion as you go through it, smoothing out some of those kind of shaky parts. If you feel pain in your wrist, think about pressing through your hands and not just jamming your wrist into the floor. The more you can load your fingers, the more you'll use your forearm and your tricep, and it will support this hand position. All the way through, let's call it another 10 seconds of work, and then we're gonna flip it. So feel this motion, because we're gonna go in the opposite direction. Let's do one more all the way through, retracting the shoulder blades, coming up, press, and then depress. Now we're gonna go the other way, so shrug, then retract, keep your retraction as you depress, and then protract to push away. Beautiful, keep this going. We're gonna do 20 more seconds of work here, loading those wrists, getting those forearms nice and warm, shoulder blade rotation, everything working together. Good, two more all the way through. Finish super strong. Good. Now take a break and shake out those wrists. If you get sore at all loading your wrists like this, it's okay, it should dissipate quickly, it shouldn't last forever, and if it does, just reduce the amount of time you're in that position. So take more breaks in between, and then get right back into it. That's the only way to build this endurance. Now we're gonna work on the spine. So we're gonna go into a cat-cow. If you're unfamiliar with this motion, the cat part is going to be rounding all the way up, and then the cow part is going to be extending or arching all the way down. So let's add some breathing to this. I like to do an exhale on the cow and an inhale on the cat. This is opposite what I believe is taught in yoga, but the reason I like this is because as you inhale forward position, we can open up tension in the erector spinae, our back muscles. And then as you exhale, as you come down, we can create exhalation tension through the abdomen to prevent overarching in the low back or unopposed arching. So nice big breath in, expand your back, and then exhale all the way down. Good, 2 more all the way through, and then we're going to take this into segmental motion. So we're going to go into moving the spine one piece at a time instead of just moving the whole thing as a unit. So let's start off all the way in our cows, so everything's extended, including the neck. Now we're just going to tuck the tailbone. Don't let anything else move. Shoulders are nice and strong against the ground. You're looking up, keeping an arch in your neck, and then just feel lower lumbar flexion. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and make it a wave all the way up the spine. So tucking from your tailbone, start to let that wave travel up your spine, rounding one piece at a time, with your neck the last one to go. Beautiful. Now we're all the way in our cat. We're going to do the opposite. So start by arching that low back and let that wave of arch travel all the way up your spine until your neck is the last one. Good. Let's go 30 seconds of playtime here. Just feel this all the way through. Simple, simple, simple. But taking your time to mentally connect with how your spine moves. This might even be a good place in the workout, if you don't want to do this, to foam roll. You can foam roll your spine for the next 30 seconds or so. Open up some of that back tension. But since we're doing this without equipment, you can mobilize your back without having a roller, just by using muscle coordination. You'll unlock some beautiful things in your spine. Good. Good, good, good. Let's go one more time all the way through. I'll tell you what, it's kind of weird doing a workout with no music. Just trying to keep your own beat in your head. Okay, so we've opened up the spine, we've opened up the shoulders. Let's do some thoracic rotation. So we're going to take that right hand, press it into the ground, bring the left hand behind the head. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath in and bring our elbows together, and then exhale to twist. And all the way through, going as far as we can in each direction. As you rotate, think about that exhale and think about pressing the ground away with that right hand as you pull that left shoulder up. Everything is working hard. This is actually a lot harder than it might look upon initial glance. Let's go 4 more right here. Oh yeah. Nothing like demonstrating your weak side first. As you go through movements with me, you may notice that one side is stronger than the other. So for example, my left rotation is garbage and my right one is so much better. This is something that's great to pay attention to, because as you do your movements, you may start to see where you need to target more of your therapy or even more of your strength training. So let's go the other side, same thing. Right hand goes behind the head, left arm strong against the ground. Inhale, elbows together, and then exhale to rotate. Beautiful, all the way through. We're gonna hit 10 of these. Great work. Some other things you can think about here is keeping your chin tucked so you're not jutting your chin forward. Have a nice strong neck position as you rotate, and that'll actually improve your left shoulder position as you go through this motion. All the way down and all the way up. Good, couple more here. Beautiful, finish strong with your 10 or close to 10. The science is soft on numbers, so if you did 11, great. If you did 9, it's okay. Now we're gonna get into the lower body and we're gonna work on some push with the upper body, alternating. Let's start off with our glute bridge. So going onto your back, set your feet flat, And then palms can go towards the ceiling, arms at your side. Pressing through the feet, think about tucking your belt towards your nose to squeeze the back of the legs. So you don't want your rib cage arching and back flaring. You want to think, tuck from here and feel glutes and hamstrings together. Good. We're going to be here for 60 seconds. Nice, easy work. Just feel driving your feet into the floor, creating extension at the hip from the glutes and hamstrings, and closing that rib cage at the top. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is easy now. If you feel like it's really easy, don't worry, it's going to get a lot harder. If you get cramps in your hamstring, if you're not used to this motion, take a break, shake it out, maybe stretch it, and then come right back. And the tolerance of your hamstring should improve as you go through this motion, giving it little breaks in between. Okay. All the way up, all the way down. We got about 15 more seconds. Should feel some burn in your glutes, burn in your hamstrings at this point. Let's go 2 more, all the way up and all the way down. And 1 more time, super strong. Good. Now, shake out those legs if you need to. And we're gonna go back into a position on our hands and knees. Lots of wrist control today. We worked on shoulder blade movement, now we're going to use it. So we're gonna tuck our toes, and we're gonna push the ground away with our shoulder blades, strong wrist, and lift our knees into bear position. Here, you're just holding this position and thinking about organizing your spine. So make your upper back as flat as you can. If your hips are poking up in the air and you've got an arch in your low back, tuck, feel your abdomen, and think about a straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone. Let's hold this. Stay super strong. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got this for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Whew, shake it out. All right, now let's go back to that glute bridge. This time we're gonna add a little bit to it. So we're gonna go back to feet flat on the ground. Palms are going to be up, and then we're gonna bend the elbows so that we have fists, kind of like we're running. So press up into your glute bridge. For the next 30 seconds, we're gonna do leg lift to 90 degrees, holding this position without losing it. So hold, come on back down, and then same thing on the other side. One level of this movement can be driving with your elbows to help. So as you lift your left leg, it can help to have pressure in your left arm to maintain your body position. However, if you want a second level of this, you can take your hands off the ground or elbows off the ground and then do alternating leg lifts, just supporting yourself from your body. Good, hang tight. Let's do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get 1 more in. Finish strong, lifting that right leg or whichever leg you're on. Now hold this here. We're gonna do 30 seconds of single leg glute bridge. So hips come down and then drive back up. Nice, slow and controlled, just like the bilateral glute bridge we did first. Think strong drive to the back of that left hip, all the way up and all the way down. Close that rib cage at the top. Keep it going. Nice, smooth motion. If this is too challenging, you can just hold that glute bridge up there, hold that isometric, start to build strength and endurance in that hamstring. But if you've got this, 10 more seconds, stay super strong. Let's finish with strong reps, just how we started. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Bring that left leg up, drive up with that right leg, and then go through that motion. Now pay attention as we go to the right side from the left. How does it feel? Is one side easier than the other? Do you get tippy on one side, where the other side you can maintain a nice pelvic position? Pay attention to these things. This gives us a nice roadmap to know where we have to go to improve our body movement and how we move throughout the day. Maybe why we have tension in certain places. Good, stay super strong. We've got this. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Now we just shortened the back of our legs. We spent time creating concentric or shortening engagement through the glutes and hamstrings. Let's do the opposite. So going back to that bear position, we're going to set the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, lift the knees, and then slowly sit back towards your heels and drive up into a down dog. So your chest is coming through, knees are straightening to the point that you can control. You don't want a lot of back rounding with straight legs. We want a nice straight back with as straight of legs as we can create. So it's all about your spine position. Then we're going back to bear and we're doing it again. So rocking up, find that down dog, open those hamstrings, open the tension to the back of the legs, and then slowly transition back. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more. Nice slow repetitions. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. Really work on that chest coming through. Try to take the arch out of your back. Or the roundedness out of your back. I'm sorry, you're trying to arch your back. Open those legs. Good. Last one here. Nice big breath at the top. And let's return back down. Perfect. So we've spent some time with our glute bridge. The top position we created is here. Now we're going to take this position and we're going to start to upright it because that's where we live in the real world. So we're going to go into a kneeling position, which is essentially the top of our glute bridge. Arms are going to come out in front, and then we're slowly going to sit back towards our heels and press through our feet to squeeze glutes and hamstrings, tucking the pelvis under. A nice hip extended position at the top. So 30 seconds here. Feel your hinge from a kneeling position. And if this is hard on your knees, put something under your knees for pressure support. If it's hard to go all the way down into this position due to quad tension or knee tension, go where you can. So maybe it's here and then back up. That's okay. It will improve over time. Hang with me here. Let's go about 10 more seconds. Thinking about your spine position, feeling drive from your hips. And as we do this, let's go one more all the way through. When you get back to the top, we're going to keep tension now in the back of the legs to open the quads. So rather than hinging at the hips, let's lean back and feel the tension generate along the front of the legs. So big stretch here, maybe in the top of the feet, engagement from the back of your hips, shoulder, hip, and knee are all aligned, and then push into your feet to come back up. So little lean back, and then come on back up. Beautiful. Right there. Easy 30 seconds. Now, haven't talked enough about it yet, but it's going to be a big piece of the rest of the workout is breathing. So as you're doing this, make sure you're breathing through all of our movements. When we come back here, take a nice deep breath. And then same thing to come up. And you can even time the movement with your breathing. So nice big breath as you lean back. Exhale to press back up. Nice big breath to lean back. And exhale to press back up. Let's do one more. All the way back to the best of your ability. Hold it there. And then press to come back up. Good work. So that was our warm up. Now we're going to get into the bread and butter of our workout. Take a drink of water if you need it. And what we're going to work on is we're going to work on hinging. We're going to work on hinging from a bunch of different positions, along with a little bit of lunging, and we're going to work some upper body in between. So our first position is going to start with feet a little wider than shoulder width, and both straight and parallel to each other. Now, in order to see me, I'm going to turn this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold our rib cage with our thumbs and slowly push our hips back. So by putting your thumbs here, you're trying to cue not to let your rib cage flare forward and arch your back. We want to move back with a nice strong connection through our torso so that our glutes and hamstrings feel the work. So feel that connection here, and if you can feel your glutes and hamstrings, you're doing the right thing. If it's all in your low back, let's play with a couple things. Think about tucking your pelvis a little bit, getting rid of a little back arch. Now load your feet evenly so you're not all in your heels or in your toes. Find the middle, and then make sure if your knees are bent, it's just a little bit. We don't want a huge knee bend, and we don't want to lock them out. So a slight knee bend to create tension here. Now, reach your fingertips out in front of you, creating pressure between them. And as you do this, think nice tall spine. So don't let your neck collapse, get rid of the wrinkles in the back of your neck, and be tall and long. And this little counterbalance in reaching should help you feel the back of your legs. Take a nice deep breath here, all the way in, and all the way out. One more breath in, and then exhale to stand all the way up. So we're gonna work from this position, keeping pressure in our hands, and inhaling away, hips go back, your arm reach and counterbalance goes forward. Generate tension in the back of the shoulders and the back of the legs, and then exhale all the way back. Good, find some rhythm here. Feel your body and how the support from your feet gives you the connection into your hips, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Now, if you feel good about this, you can add a little bit more shoulder flexion, getting those arms tall, and think about reaching your hands away from your hips. Beautiful. Let's go 5 more. Big breath and reach. And then exhale to come back. Big breath and reach. And then exhale to come back. So as you're doing this movement, the pressure in your feet should remain exactly the same throughout that whole hinge and reach. If you feel like you're changing position a lot, focus on the balance point. Your hips go back, your hands go forward. The net effect is pressure right through the middle of the feet. One more time, all the way through. Nice big inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful, shake it out a little bit. We're gonna do a little upper body between these lower body segments. So let's go back to our hands and knees. And 2 different levels we can do here. We can go into a knee push-up position or a full push-up position. Because I'm talking and I'm getting out of breath, for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna stay in the knee, and we're gonna do 5 push-up eccentrics. So we're gonna go down under 5 seconds, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you get down here, just come on back up to the top. The work phase is going down. Now we got 4 more of those, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then get yourself back up to the top. Think about even pressure in the hands, keeping a straight body line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and elbows stay nice and tight to your side. 2 more to go. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last one. You can do it, fight through it, control yourself against gravity. Let's go 2, 1, all the way down, good work. Now, we did a lot to activate our chest, our triceps, and our shoulders in that position. We are now going to flip it and do the exact opposite. So we're going to go into a dynamic reverse tabletop. So hands will come next to you. I would start with fingers facing out unless you know you have good shoulder mobility, because the real position is fingers back, and that requires a ton out of your biceps. So let's start hands at your side, fingers facing out, feet in a glute bridge position. You're going to push your body off the ground, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, then drive through your feet and pull your shoulders back to create this reverse tabletop position. Then nice big breath at the top, and then slowly come back down. So you may feel stretch through the pecs, through the biceps. As you come up, the important piece is tuck your chin, because your low back will do what your neck does. If you look up, your back is going to arch. You want to get lots of glute and hamstring engagement, just like we did in our glute bridge. So keep your chin tucked, and as you drive up, shoulders pull back, drive from the back of your hips, and then come on back down. 2 more times. A next level movement can be a reverse plank. So legs long and driving up with a longer lever instead of having the knees bent in that reverse tabletop. So go wherever you feel like you need to go today. Nice big breath at the top and then all the way back down. Beautiful. Okay, going back to our feet, we're gonna work back into hinging again. Let's start off in a little bit of a lunge position. So we're gonna go left leg forward, right leg back, and get wide enough that you can go into a split lunge from here. We're gonna work out of this position. So if you're really shallow, as we develop this, a split lunge is going to be hard. Your knee's gonna go in front of your toes, and this is gonna feel awkward. So start wide, and that's the lunge position we're gonna work on today. Now your feet are going to be facing the same direction. Make sure this back foot is not in warrior pose, but you're facing straight forward and you're active on the ball of your foot. From here, take those fingertips and reach tall, connecting them like before, pressing and getting shoulder activation and height. And then a little bit of knee bend to open up the front of the hip on the right leg and activate the glute on the left leg. So as we come into this, I'm driving the pelvis forward to open up here, nice stretch, and then this left hip is being active to support the position. Breathe here, reaching nice and tall. Let's go 3 big breaths. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring those hands down to the side and think about rotating the shoulders open, squeezing the back of the shoulders just like our reverse tabletop. And now we're going to work forward into a single leg hinge. So fingers come forward to connect, and then reach your body forward, leaving your hips where they are, and you should feel fire in your left glute. Whew. Now taking this position, I'm just going to rotate so you can see me. You're here, reaching forward, loading the back of this left leg. Let's add a little rotation to this. So we're going to rotate torso towards the left about 6 inches. Hold that there to load that left glute a little more. And breathe. Stay tall with your head. Think long neck, long spine. Everything comes from that hip for 2 more big breaths. Beautiful. Now rotating back to the center. Come back all the way to stand. Step through and shake it out. We've got one more side to do. For a reference, I'm just going to go the same way so you can see the motion, but from the other side. So we're going to find that lunge position. And first, we're going to add a little bit of knee bend and some pelvic tuck. Open the front of that left leg and load this hip. This knee on the right leg is somewhere over my shoelaces, maybe slightly towards the heel. It's not way out in front with my heel lifted. From here, strong fingertip connection, reach with the shoulders and breathe. Feel the expansion of your rib cage. Feel the tuck from your pelvis, pressing strong through that back left forefoot. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Hands are going to come down to the side. I just realized my hands being up here, you might not have seen them. All I was doing was this and reaching up. Hands to the side, open your chest, and then we're going to go forward, creating that same strong hand connection, and then tilt over that right leg. So it's all coming from this hip, chest leaning forward, loading here, not rounding into this position. Stay super long and tall with your spine. Feel that right glute and hamstring load, and then rotate 6 inches to the right and breathe. Nice big breaths here. That's it. I know it's super hard. We gotta work these glutes. Yes. Take your time, slowly rotating back to the middle. Hands come back, and then let's step it through, shake it out. So that was the second round of our lower body work. Now we're gonna go back to those push-ups, push-up eccentrics. So whether you're going from your knee or from your feet, find that position, hands under your shoulders, nice long, strong body, and we're gonna go 5 seconds down for 5 reps. So let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. Number 2, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Number 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more if you're burning, you can do it. Take your time, let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Finish strong, don't lose it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right. Now, going into our reverse tabletop or reverse plank, whichever one you feel good with today, we're gonna set the hands by the side and we're going to press the ground away, pulling the shoulders out of the ears. You know where we're going now. Chin tuck, driving through the shoulders, driving through the hips. Nice big breath at the top. And then back down. Good. Find it again. If you want to breathe as you move, it's an exhale up, then breathe in. Exhale at the top. Inhale back down. The reason we're exhaling up is because we're timing our exhale with our concentric movement of our abdomen. So we want the abdominal muscles to shorten and tighten as we go up. And they are expiratory muscles, so they work to breathe out. So when we exhale, you get more ab contraction. Good, come on, all the way back down. Good, shake it out, grab some water if you need it. We have 2 more rounds to go. So this next round, we are going to go back into that lunge in our hinge with one leg, but this time we're gonna add some fun things to it. So find that lunge again. Both feet facing the same direction, active back foot. This knee is somewhere over your shoelaces. Fingers connect, go straight overhead, and you tuck with your pelvis. Feel stretch in the front of the right hip, and feel load in this left hip. Beautiful, hold and breathe. Let's go 3 big breaths here. Beautiful. Now, we're going to open the hands, bring them down to the side. Now we're going to do a dynamic split lunge. So you're going to sink, 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 sink. Back toes are extending, both knees are flexing, and this right hip is opening. So if I switch sides so you can see, it looks just like this. Beautiful. Push yourself up out of it. And we're going to do 4 more, so 5 total, all the way down and all the way up. Beautiful. Just like that. Good. Nice big breath. Sink into your lunge. Concentric phase. Exhale. Beautiful. Big breath in. Stay balanced. Exhale. Now, fingers come together. Knee bend in the front. Reach forward and load that left hip. Hold this here. Nice long spine. And we're going to do 5 calf raises. Left foot. Push into the forefoot. Bring it back down. Good. This is 2. Beautiful. We got 3, 4, and 1 more. 5. Good, so that's our series. We're gonna do this for a minute. So let's go 1 minute, slowly sinking down and coming back up for 5. Good, I've got you on time. You just work and keep it moving. Stay quality over quantity. I would prefer you do slower reps and get through less total than burn through them and try to get cardio out of this. This is strength. Little knee bend when you come forward, lots of hip load, find that calf raise. So we're working time under tension today. Heart rate is staying relatively low, which is why I can talk so much, but muscles are burning and they're under load for a long time. So as you do these movements, think about working strength around your joints more than heart rate getting up. That's it, slow and controlled. We're almost there. You got 10 more seconds. Finish strong. Hinging forward, find that calf raise. One more time. Or lunge if that's where you are in the movement. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You got this. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab some water. We're switching sides. All right, how you hanging so far? I know I'm so serious, man. I don't get the time to talk in between and make jokes. I just need to get better at this. It's tough to be on camera and not have music and not have people to interact with. Okay, right foot forward, left foot back. Find that strong lunge position, and then let's sink down super slow. Even pressure throughout the front foot, knee over your shoelaces, back foot, you're on the ball of your foot with toe extension, and then drive to come up. Focus on that shoulder, hip, and knee, all staying aligned. Maybe they're stretching the front. Nice slow repetitions for 5, all the way through. We're doing this for a minute. I've got you on time. Make sure when you hinge forward, there's a slight knee bend. And you should feel it more in your glutes. If you're locked out, you're gonna wonder where the tension is. Here, add that calf raise. Yes, sir. Good work. Good, 5 and 5, going through, taking your time. You've got 25 seconds left. Stay super strong. Everything's about quality movement. This is the hardest part of the workout, in my opinion. And it's a big balance component, as well as being strength. Stay centered. And let's get that last set of reps in. Whichever you're on, the lunge or the hinge, you're hanging in there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. All right, shake it out. We have upper body coming back down to the mat. We've got our 5 by 5. So 5 eccentric push-ups, 5 seconds apiece. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back to the top. That was 1. We got 2 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 3. 2 more. Stay super strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. This is where we build our strength. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Shake it out if you need to. Give yourself a moment. And we're going right into shoulder retraction in our reverse tabletop or our reverse bridge. So coming up, drive towards the ceiling, keep that chin tucked, activate through your back, activate through the back of the legs, and then come on back down. Good. Big breath in as you come down, exhale, hold it up there, big breath in, and then inhale to come back down. So 1 complete breath cycle at the top. Beautiful, 2 more to go. Stay strong, press through those whole hands, straighten those elbows, pull those shoulder blades back, and make this last one your best one. Drive as high as you can. If you feel it in your back, regress it a little bit. If you feel awesome, advance it a little bit, and there it is, 5, good work. All right, we've got one more lower body series. We're gonna work into more balance and hinging. So, let's find that lunge position one more time. This time, we're gonna load into that front leg, creating our hand connection, reaching the torso forward, and I want you to find balance in that front leg. So finding float with the back leg and lifting. You want to create as straight of a body line as possible, so you don't want to be hinged like this. You want to be active with that glute and balance over this leg. Now, maybe you're here, that's okay. Wherever you can go, you should feel good tension in the back of the leg and activation here, not in your low back. Now, arms can come down in front of you, and we're gonna go into single leg RDL. So we're gonna squeeze this glute muscle, drive this hip forward, and we're gonna come up into opposite hip flexion. Keeping this leg as straight as possible, try to kick this knee straight and struggle through the murder. Woo. Lots of right quad, lots of left hip. Knee bends again. And then slowly coming back to our starting position, hinge forward. Find that hinge, feel it in the back of the left leg, and then coming back up, same thing. Beautiful. Flexing this hip, keep your balance. If you need to touch your feet down between reps, you can to reset, but if you can keep your feet, your balanced leg down and your other leg up, that is preferred to work on the endurance of that left hip and ankle. Good. All the way up, find it, and straighten that knee. And there goes the balance. It fatigues pretty quick. Let's go 2 more, all the way through. So finding that RDL, hold it at that end range, come on all the way back up, find flexion in that open hip, and then straighten the knee. Good, one more time, all the way through. Going down through that RDL. Fight for your balance, come on up, find flexion in that opposite leg, and then straighten, firing up that right quad, left glute and hamstring, knee bends, and come back down. Shake it out, give yourself a second. We have one more leg to go, one more upper body series, and we're done. You guys are dominating this. All right. Let's go right foot lunge forward. Find that connection with your fingers, hinge over that right hip, and start to load that right foot, picking the left foot off the ground. Good. Find that nice float position. Arms can come down straight in front of you. And from here, we're gonna drive that right hip forward, squeezing the glute to come to a standing position. Lift that left leg. Now, fight to straighten that left knee, squeeze and straighten that right leg, and then slowly come back, and let's go back through that RDL, all the way forward. Feel the load and stretch the back of that right leg, and then driving on up. Find opposite knee and hip flexion. Try to extend the knee. Beautiful. We're going to do this 3 more times, all the way through. Finding that RDL and coming on back up. Fight for your balance. Everything here is focus. Pick a spot on the ground to stare at and focus on it. Everything here is mental until the burn kicks in and then it gets more physical. Good. Ooh, my right ankle is screaming. Let's go. We got this for 2 more. Good. All right, there's 4. Last one here. Find that hinge. Hold it. Drive to come up under control. Opposite leg flexes. Whew. Straighten that knee. Find activation through that quad, through the back of the opposite leg. Bend and come out. Oh, weak right ankle. Oh. Good stuff. Last round. We just have our upper body stuff left to do, and we are done. Let's go. Hands under the shoulders, straight body line, whether you're going knee push-up or full push-up, and we're going to control down here. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the top again. 4 more. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Make them your best 2. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish strong. All the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Flipping over. If you haven't tried it yet, try to get a little more knee extension. So if you've lived in this tabletop, let's push it a little bit. See if you can get a little bit of a heel reach. Now instead of your feet being flat, your feet are in the air, but a little more hamstrings. Hold it up there. Get a breath. And then inhale back down. Let's do it again. Exhale to the top, chin tuck, big breath all the way through your breathing cycle. And then inhale back down. 3 more. You got this, it's easy. And then back down, 2 more to go. Drive all the way up. And last one. Dominant victory lap. Good work out of you. Good work out of all of us. This stuff is tough, but it was great. I hope you feel great. I hope this was a switch up in workout. I tried to offer maybe some different things that I haven't seen in a lot of live workouts. And look forward to connecting with you more. So keep checking in with Quidwell. Come check me out at Form+Function Movement Lab, and I'll catch you later.